Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to today's class lesson, topic 21, directed numbers, page 135, and it's Wednesday. So we will start by examining the blue box here. Do you have an account with a credit union or with a bank? Is your account in credit or debit? Credit means you have money in your account. Debit means that you owe money to the bank. You can use ATMs to take out money from your account instead of going to the bank. ATM stands for automatic teller machine. Why might people use an ATM? What do you need to have in order to use one? Well, the first reason why a person might use an ATM is because you don't really want to keep all your money in your house, and some elderly people do, and so that's why, oh God, which is terrible. People, elderly people in the countryside have been targeted because thieves know that they are kind of old-fashioned when it comes to keeping and storing their money. But an ATM means the bank is minding your money for you, and that you can withdraw money as you need it. Now, in order to have money, sorry, that's an alarm going off there. In order to have an ATM, you need to have money. That's the basic rule. And they'll ask you for personal information, lots of personal information to open one. But you definitely have to have money to open a bank account. Now let's investigate. And we're looking here at Miss Murphy's at the ATM. She has €50 in her account on Monday morning. Keep a record of the money she spends throughout the week. What is her balance at the end of the week? When her account is in credit, use the plus sign, plus €20. When her account is in debit, use the minus sign, minus €20. So we remember before we start that she has €50 in her account. She ain't a rich person. So on Monday, I know you think that's a lot, guys, but seriously, on Monday afternoon, she withdraws €40 for shoes. You must decide whether she is plus or in negative. And bearing in mind that she starts the week with €50 in her account, then you must put the balance, that is what she has left after she withdraws money. And then on Monday evening, she takes out €20 at the ATM in the supermarket. And then you must write down her balance. Is it in plus or is it minus, negative equity, minus amount of money in her account? And then on Tuesday, her husband lodges €70 into her account. So what's her balance there? On Tuesday afternoon, her electricity bill comes out of her account, €77. And keep bearing in mind, guys, she starts with 50 and then you have to add and subtract the money as it goes in. She'll be sometimes in negative, and then sometimes she'll be in the positive, in the plus. So you complete her Saturday balance, and that will tell you whether she owes money to the bank, or whether she has money in the bank. Is she in credit or is she in debit? Now we have B, find out. Ballyneat Golf Course is a par 73. This means that the golfer should hit the ball 73 times to complete the course. A score above par means the golfer needed more than 73 strokes. Scoring below par means he or she needed fewer strokes. Fewer strokes a golfer uses to complete the course, the better. Now, lads, that never made any sense to me before until I read this actual song, because I am not a golfing fan in any way. So I've learned something new today myself. So here are the scores of recent golfing competition, and E means they had exactly 73 shots. So you have your contestant John, Niall, Morris, Liam, Jerry and Damien. And the score there, -1, -3, +12, -4, +11 and -3. And then we have the other contestants there, and their score is E +9, -6, +10, -8 and -4. So that's the golfing competition. And looking back, we see that the 73 means that they should hit the golf ball 73 times to complete the course. And a score above 73 it means that par means that the golfer needed more than 73, and below means he needed fewer strokes. And obviously, the fewer strokes you take to complete the golf course, you have a better chance of winning the competition. So they're asking questions below, and you answer those 5 questions, guys, okay? And that is, those answers will be uploaded for you tomorrow. And quickly, lads, I'm going on to revision, Planet Maths, And again, your answers from yesterday on this Planet Maths revision are down below. And again, these answers will be also in a JPEG attachment on tomorrow's homework Thursdays. So chapters 4 and 5. And here we go. This was for February revision, so we must have done that, guys. So we'll just go back to it again, and we'll progress and move ahead then. So increase the following times 100. When you're multiplying by 100, you add 2 zeros. When you're dividing by 100, you knock off 2 zeros. Estimate the following answers. So when you bring your 1,567, I would bring that to 1,600 and multiply it by 20. So I'd multiply 16 by 20 and add 2 zeros, if you get my drift there. Because I just said 1,600, I'm going to knock off the 2 zeros and add them at the end, so I'm going to multiply 16 by 20 and then add on the 2 zeros. And 16 by 20, you can actually multiply 16 by 2, add a 0, and then add on the 3 0, like a 0 and 2 zeros, if you get my drift. And you can do the rest of those there. Now multiply these, 2,189 by 44. So I want you to multiply those out. And remember, your comma always, you start units, tens, hundreds, and your comma always goes before the hundreds. Multiply 67 by 6,079. Always put the number with the most digits on top. The most digits, not the bigger number. It just makes it easier, guys. So you have 6079 multiplied by 67. And the next one too, 7,541 multiplied by 56. Just keep revising these. You're probably saying, oh, long multiplication again. Yes, it is, because it's important for your tables, and it's important that you remember how to multiply. And then multiply these, 6.085 multiplied by 39. Exactly the same as above, except when you get to your answer, you must then decide where your decimal point goes. And remember what I said, the number of digits after the decimal point in the question is exactly the same as in the answer. And then multiply 35.62 by 57. Again, we establish where the decimal point goes in the answer only. Just multiply it out as is, and then worry about the decimal point in the answer. And 906.6 by 15. Again, you just have to do it as a normal multiplication, a long multiplication sum. And just at the very end, you must bear in mind how many numbers after the decimal point in the question will be reflected in the answer. Draw a trapezium. Now, guys, for this, I know you don't have your Planet Maths with you, but if you can get into the Planet Maths online, or if you can't, just look up shapes and say for children aged 11 and 12, okay? And you will get the information on how to draw a trapezium. Draw a trapezium that is symmetrical. Remember what symmetrical is? If you fold it over in the imaginary line in the centre, it will fit exactly on the other side. And draw an asymmetrical trapezium with a right angle. So it is asymmetrical. It will not fit, when you fold it in half, will not fit on the other side exactly. But you must, in this trapezium, have a right angle. So guys, again, if you forget what a trapezium is, you just have to look at, I think you know what it is, but you must look it up online, but just make sure that you say a trapezium for children aged 11 to 12, otherwise it gets really technical, okay? If you look at more adult sites for further education or college students. Okay, guys, and please use a ruler in 4A, B and C. And that's it, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow, guys. Bye.